Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Paper Crafting Saturday. I'm Leslie Watkins, and today I'm going to do a little Easter box for a child, and it features some cute little critters on the lid, and it has a nice surprise on the inside. It's a good size. It's about 2¼ inches square. All right, and I'm going to turn you down and show you a couple of alternatives that you could do. So here's one that has a floral panels of DSP on the sides. If you wanted to do something a little less floral, you could use a pattern like this. And today I'm going to show you an example using this paper, and this is a piece of 12 by 12 inch Garden Lane paper that's been cut down to 6 by 6. For the floral box, I used the Best Dressed 6 by 6 inch paper, and you get 48 sheets of double-sided paper in this pack, and it's very beautiful and very springy looking. So that's what this is, okay? And then the Garden Lane paper is a pack of 12 by 12 that features a lot of different greens. And the greens I'm going to use today are mint macaron and mossy meadow. So with your 6 by 6 designer series paper, what I want you to do is cut that down into 2-inch squares using your paper trimmer. Now, to save time, I've already done that. So I have my squares ready to go. And then what I want you to do is take some Mossy Meadow cardstock, and I'm going to have all of the products that I'm using today and the measurements on the website a little bit later. So the Mossy Meadow cardstock is 6 3/4 by 6 3/4 square for the base, and then the lid is 6 7/8 by 6 7/8 for the lid, and that's to make it a tiny bit larger so that it fits nicely over the bottom. So once you have your square cut out, you're going to score it on all 4 sides at 2¼ inches. So on your trimmer, you have 2 attachments. So you've got the cutting blade and you've got your scoring blade. So I want you to put your cutting blade off the active area, and then using the scoring blade, just go around on all 4 sides. You can also use your scoreboard if you have one of those. I like to use the trimmer just because it's handy. The tools we're going to use today are the bone folder, snips. I have Wink of Stella here. And I'm going to use my piercing tool to lift the double-sided tape. I've also got some dimensionals ready to go, and I have some of the mint macaron sheer linen ribbon. Now when you have your scores made on your paper, you're going to turn it so that it's bump up. Okay, this is a little groove on this side, a little bump on this side. So bump up. You're going to fold your paper so that the bump is on the inside. You can take your bone folder, give that a nice crease. Okay, and then you're going to take your snips and you're just going to snip along this score line. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting very closely to the right of it so that the rough score fold is on this side, and then I'm going to cut that off, and I'm just going to angle a cut. So I'm going to make it about 1/8 of an inch from the edge, and I'm going to angle that in and take this little strip out. I'm going to do that pinwheel fashion. So I'm going to go on, turn the square one turn each time and do the same. Now if I was making a rectangular box, I would do it on 2 opposite sides rather than one each side, and that would keep it even. But when you're doing a square, this gives you nice even sides all around. Okay, so what you have is something that looks like this. Okay, so now on the convex side, I'm going to take the tear tape and I'm going to put this on each of the tabs in the corners. And I'm going to do this twice. So I'm going to run one strip very close to where the fold is, and then I'm going to run a second strip near the edge. I just lifted a little paper. I'm just going to snip that off. Now these tabs will be on the inside of the box. You won't see them. So don't worry about something like that showing. I'm going to use, if I can find my bone folder, I'm going to use that to press down the tape so that it's strongly adhered. And before I assemble the box, I'm going to take my little squares and I'm going to glue those on with liquid glue. On the 4 sides. Now this piece is the bottom of the box, and I can tell because it's slightly smaller than the lid. And on the bottom, I'm going to leave the center without any paper. On the lid of the box, I'm going to take one of the panels and put that on the lid, but because this is the bottom, I'm going to leave it out. Okay, so you have something that looks like that. Now, it's a good idea, while you have the opportunity to have it flat, take your bone folder and give that a gentle burnish. And what this does, it helps to distribute the glue so you don't get any bumps. There we go. Next, I'm going to take my piercing tool and I'm just going to lift the backing from the tear and tape. And this tape is really sticky, very strong, great for boxes. These little boxes are very sturdy, and they can be kept as little keepsake boxes after you've eaten the candy inside. Here we go. All right. I'm going to clean up my desk a little bit here. Okay, so what you do next is you want to make sure that your corners line up really nicely. And then the second thing is you want to be sure that the top edge lines up nicely as well, so you don't have anything a little bit askew. And you're just going to make your way around, so just check that top edge before you press it. And then on this last one, I'm just going to hold that inside gently without letting it stick. Do the second to the last one, and then that final corner. There we go. Now once you have that assembled, just take your bone folder again, give it a nice firm press, and there's your box. Now I've already done the exact same thing for the top, and you can see how well that fits. Now one thing that you might like to do is using your 1-inch punch, center that on one of the sides, and I'm going through 2 layers of cardstock and 1 layer of DSP, so you want to give that a good strong squeeze. There we go. So now you have a beautifully fitted box that you can slide in and out easily. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's got a really nice fitted sound to it. So there's our box. Next thing we're going to do is stamp out our critters. So I'm using this special Someone set, and it looks like this. It's a very cute set. And I'm just going to peel off the little squirrel. Put him on the block. And on a scrap piece of crumb cake, using crumb cake ink, get this so you can see what I'm doing. Just gonna stamp him down. And then I'm going to give him a quick wipe with the chamois and put him away. And grab the little mouse. And I'm going to punch him out, or stamp him out there. Now in this set, you have this little balloon stamp. And what I've done is I've stamped that, but I'm using it upside down, so it's an Easter egg. And I stamped that on a scrap of mint macaron with mint macaron ink. Now to save time, I've already cut out these two. So here are our pieces. And I'm going to take the dimensionals and put them on the back of each one. So one on the egg, the squirrel, I've got two, and the mouse. Peel off these backings. And now on the diagonal, I'm going to place my squirrel Whoa, okay, that's a little too close. I didn't even know I could zoom in that much. Let's get him so we can see him. There we go. All right, so here's our box. And I'm just going to put him so that he's not quite over the edge here with his tail and the little grassy bits. And then the mouse is going to go opposite him, like so. And I'm going to take my balloon and place it upside down so it's between those two. And now for a little extra sparkle, I'm taking my Wink of Stella and I'm just going to put some of this little glitter sheen on the egg. Let's see, can you see that? So it sparkles. There we go. Now we're going to have to fill our gift box, so let me get some shredded paper. There we go. And this is big enough to put a little bunny in, a little chocolate bunny. You could put some chocolate Easter eggs. Maybe even some of those peeps. But what I have available is the Ferrero Rocher, which is my personal favorite. Okay, so just kind of make a little nest in there. You could actually, it's big enough, you could put an Easter egg in there if you'd like. And then here comes our lid. And finally, we're going to take some of this lovely ribbon. I'm going to snip off a little piece. And just tie this shut. This is the hardest part of the whole project, just tying the bow. There you go. And there's your cute little Easter box. Now, you also, I just want to point out an alternate. We also have this stamp set called Welcome Easter, and any one of these little things would fit nicely on the lid as well. And you could make a tag with the Happy Easter sentiment if you'd like. So that's it for today. I hope you liked the little box. I think it's pretty cute, and I think it would make a lovely surprise to give to a little someone in your life. Please like and subscribe, and if you're interested in getting the full measurements and the supply list, go to Dandelion Cottage Design, and it's not there right now, but in a little while I'll have that up and ready for you to download. And please, while you're there, subscribe to Notes, and Notes will alert you to all of my upcoming classes, events, and special opportunities. It is released on the 1st of each month, and it lets you know what I'm doing that month. So thank you for joining me. Have a lovely Easter. Happy Passover. Stay in, stay safe, stay creative, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.